1, 2. Oh. Killing me, brother.
I'm killing you!
Oh no! Oh. You gonna hit me with DDT? Am I your best friend? Yeah. High five. Oh.
You know, 18 years ago, I started with a dream, and it led me to the biggest company in the world. And in 2008, that dream ended, and I had no motivation. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had to start real life. And now I have a son, a 3-year-old. And that gives me the motivation to try this dream again, because this business can take care of us both for the rest of our lives. A lot of guys have different things that motivate them to be better wrestlers, to be known worldwide. But I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this to make sure that my son has a better life than I ever had when I grew up.
Well, you know, for years I was a regular in the crowd at WWE events. One would say super fan. I never coined myself that term, but I guess it's fitting. So for years and years, I was in the crowd, and I had the idea of dressing as a clown to stand out, kind of be interactive with everyone, and it was a hit. So I felt like I was destined for something more, and that I could contribute to the business instead of contributing by paying a ticket and going and seeing the wrestling. So, it was a conscious decision, and when I jumped in, I dove in head first, and I swim in the deep end with the sharks. I've never been one to take things lightly and start small. So I started with big aspirations, and here I am.
I'm here to apologize. Not for what I've done in the past. I'm here to apologize for what I'm going to do in the future.
So the first ever show I did was at Freelance Wrestling about 3 years ago, and that was the first time I ever met Rob. Was there. I've seen him perform before, but as far as like a personal interaction, nothing. So I went there and I was doing my promo, my interview and everything, and I was kind of bouncing ideas off him, and he was being super helpful. So I go out there, I do my thing, and I'm getting booed out of the building. It was an amazing moment. I loved every second of it. And that's really what kind of springboarded me into this. And suddenly he comes out through the curtain. Didn't tell me, just comes out, and he basically was testing me. And on the fly, we do it back and forth, and the crowd loved it. And fast forward to like an hour later, him and Ethan Page were gonna do a cage match for their blow off of their feud. And they had the idea of using me in the match. Now, I had never been involved in any match before. I had never been in the ring really, and suddenly they're putting me in the main events. And I was gonna manage Ethan Page against Rob. And sure enough, I led Ethan Page to victory. I'd like to think that I contributed to his victory, and Rob lost. And that was the only interaction we had for a while. But then him and I actually, stayed in touch and everything, and, lo and behold, we had this idea to kind of pair up, and we felt like we have a lot of common interests. We share the same mindset, and here we are. I think, he's a longtime veteran in the business. I am a rookie in the business, but I think I bring an energy to him that maybe he didn't know he had before. And he's teaching me so many things along the way, because I came into this thinking I knew everything, and I know nothing. But I like to make everyone believe I know everything. So it's a good kind of match for us.
When I met Frank the Clown, he showed me a different side of this business. Frank showed me how to be a character. Frank showed me how to have fun again. He brought this passion out of me again. People hate Frank because they don't know him. People hate Frank because they think that everything he has been given to him by who he's dating. They know him as a guy on TV. They know him as a guy on the internet that just fell into this gig that is professional wrestling. Frank and I teaming up, it's It's like peanut butter and jelly, man. We mix. And we're telling some of the greatest stories in the world.
Frank, you suck! Damn it, Frank!
Who's the man? Don't you forget who the man is.
Frankie, I love you! I keep you here!
Current update. We have this under control. He's resting. We're letting them do all the dirty work for us. Oh my God. These people are insane. We're smarter than them. We're far smarter than them. You watch. You watch. I always got something on my sleeve.
So, I mean, to me, the name Frank the Clown is synonymous with wrestling. I've been a staple of the industry for over 10 years, whether people like to admit it or not. That's just the facts. So, Rob has been a staple of the business for a long time, but maybe his name isn't out there as much as he wants it to be. So, him and I are going to be a good duo together because I'm going to elevate him, he's going to elevate me, and we're going to elevate straight to the top because I know how good Rob is. Rob is awesome in the ring, but I don't know if enough people have seen him do his thing for many years. He's been, on the cusp of WWE. He's been signed. He's been on Raw. He's been all around the country. He's done a lot more than a lot of the guys in this business have. So I think, he's at the stage now where he doesn't want to keep just, working smaller indie shows and all that. I mean, he wants to be in the big show. And me, personally, I love doing this stuff, don't get me wrong, but I feel like my story is just getting started. And I feel like it ends, whether it's in WWE, whether it's in AEW, whoever it's going to be. I truly believe that I'm building towards very, very big things. And really, nobody's gonna stop me. Nobody's gonna stop us. We'll get there one way or another. And we're willing to, make the sacrifices, travel to towns, do everything we gotta do to get there.
No! What do you do? What are you doing? Out of here! You gotta get out. Sorry, no! Not in a minute! Get him out! Get him out! Get him out! Count it! Count it! Count it! Count it! Yeah!
At the end of the night, you're going to see guys do 450s. You're going to see people doing flips and dives outside the ring, hit each other over the head with chairs and go through tables. But our goal is when you leave the building, you hate the clown and you hate the guy that's with the clown. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make memories.
At the end, let's say when it's all said and done, what do you want everybody to remember you by?